And we're recording. Okay, Monica.
Right. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I hope everybody's New Year's off to a great start. By looking at the numbers, we are definitely off to a better start than we were in December, which is super exciting. I know you guys have some motivation and are ready to earn that trip to Jamaica in July, which is super exciting. I want to give a big shout out to Gina, who we're going to hear from a little bit later. She's already almost has 2,500 in sales, and it's the 6th of the month. Like, that's craziness. So, and she had just posted that her party that she's doing right now has hit 2,000 in sales, which is, again, crazy. So we're super excited to hear from her towards the end of this call. She's going to give us some helpful party tips. So hang on for that. A couple things that I want to talk about. One is the Success in 60. I want to apologize. We haven't talked too much about it, Katie nor I, because to be totally honest, it's been a little confusing. And that's just, it was just a lot to take in, and it wasn't something that we wanted to focus our energy on because it was so confusing, and the details just weren't ironed out. We kind of streamlined it a little bit to help it be a little less confusing. So there is a new qualification period. Everyone has until January 31st to qualify for this round of Success in 60. I'll go over those qualifications in a minute. But another thing that has changed is before we talked about doing an incentive trip for this Success in 60. It's no longer going to be a trip. The logistics of that were crazy trying to figure it out. So we kind of all decided on just doing a party at Summit for those of you who qualified for the Success in 60. Again, the details aren't all there for the party, but it will be held the Friday before we start Summit on that Saturday. Erin Bradley will be there. We have confirmation of that, so that's really exciting. We have a bunch of things that we're kind of throwing around for the event, which sounds like it's going to be a great time. So, but no trip this round. And I don't know in the future with the next qualification period if we'll do another party maybe at the main summit in September, or what's going to happen exactly. But for right now, we're just doing a party at Summit instead of the trip. So I'll go over the qualifications real quick here. So if you're a brand new rep and you hit senior rep in your first 2 months of being in this business, you are in the club. You have qualified for the Success in 60. If you haven't yet, if you're a new rep and you haven't qualified yet, you have until January 31st to qualify. If you're a current rep, but not yet a senior rep, like if you've been a rep for a while, but you're not a senior rep yet, you have until January 31st to qualify to hit the Success in 60 qualification period. If you are a current rep and you've already hit senior rep, then you need to enroll 4 new teammates in December and January. You have until the 31st, so 4 new ones. So Zaya helped us a little bit at the beginning of December with that, the rep kit sale. So you need 4 new reps from December to January 31st. Another thing that has changed is we no longer have to email the Success in 60 email address when you have someone on your team who hits it. Angie Bradley and Sarah Anderson are running reports. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was weekly reports. I think they were going to try to do weekly reports of their entire downline, and they can see who has hit those qualifications. And once they see that, they will send an email out to you. So if you receive the Success in 60 emails saying you qualified, you're in. They'll also be putting the Facebook link on there to the Facebook Success in 60 group page, and that way you can just click that link to join and they will approve you. So it has helped take out a little bit of the confusion. So just know that if you've received that email, you're in, that's your invitation to the event at Summit. I think that is it. Another thing that we'll be changing too with the Facebook group is we are gonna start adding some value to it. Right now, it's just kind of been getting everybody into that group, but we are gonna try to do monthly trainings in that Facebook group. And I think Katie's gonna start us off sometime in January, hopefully. So she's gonna start us off. I'm not sure if it's gonna be January, but she's gonna start us off. So, okay, let's see. So back to Summit. It's 8 weeks away, which is, gosh, it's like coming so quickly. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, make sure you get your ticket. It's going to be an awesome event. The mini summits have been more about training than recognition, and I assume that's going to be kind of what we're doing this time around. So just get there because there's going to be a lot of valuable information for you. We are going to do something as a team on Saturday night after Summit. Again, we haven't figured out all the details because there's so many of you going. We got to figure out, you know, the best thing that we can do for the whole team to get everybody there. So we will let you know as soon as we know those details. So yeah, just try to, if you're going to Summit, then definitely make sure that you get qualified for the Success in 60, because I think it's going to be a really fun event Friday night. And like you said, Erin's going to be there. We're all going to be there, and we would love to have you there too. So, okay, I think that is all that I have, Katie. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, awesome. So I wanted to touch really quick on the shipping update. We got an email just a few days ago, but we're changing our shipping system. It started today, so I placed an order today. I didn't notice anything different yet, so I'm kind of anxious to see what it looks like when we receive the products. But I think this is going to be a really great thing. The best part about it is that there's no more packing slips. How many of you, when you pull out that paper, are like, oh my gosh, Zaya, stop sending that paper? When we went to the warehouse and toured it, we saw stacks of papers on this table where they like print the orders and they stack these papers up, and it was like, oh my gosh, please stop this right now. And they are. So hallelujah, that's amazing. They're going paperless, which is wonderful, and it's going to save millions of sheets of paper every year. If any items are on back order, they'll email the customer, which is what should have been happening all along and sometimes did, but not always, but it's going to be a little more streamlined now. Pickup orders, I don't think we have any, most of us don't have that. And then I think the only other thing is that if you need to change your order, please try to call them within 30 minutes. I always thought that was a really nice thing they offered anyway. There are very few companies where you can do that anyway, so I've never done that. But if you use that feature, you can still use it just within the 30-minute window. Okay, and I think that's it. So exciting news. You should definitely promote to your networks, at least to your VIP groups, that we're going paperless. I think a lot of people will be excited for that. Okay, also, so we are going to Thailand. I'm sure you guys have heard us talk about it. We leave on Sunday, and we're gone for like 1,000 years. We're really gone. We're gone. We leave Sunday, and we don't return until Tuesday night, the 14th. So I feel like we will be unavailable Wednesday. Just our systems will be off. So we're really gone until like Thursday that's wrong. Sorry, I'm on the wrong day. Thursday the 23rd. So we really are gone for a lot of the month. And we'll have our phones, and I'm sure we'll be connecting and this and that, but we'll definitely be less available than normal. So you'll still get a weekly newsletter. We're going to have that ready to go before we leave, and the trainings and typical things. But if you need us, just be patient with us and know that we're out of the country, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. You guys are so helpful and amazing at answering each other's questions, so use the group appropriately, and I think you'll be just fine. Let's see. Okay, so tonight we are really, really blessed to have one of our best party hostesses, party reps, talking tonight about her top tips for parties. And she's done this training before on a Tuesday training, but it's time to bring her on the team call so that we can hear it again. So Gina Anderson, Ortiz-Anderson, when she signed up sometime this summer, she just like jumped in and really figured out a system for herself that worked really well for her and her business with parties. And she is my first level rep, but I can't take any credit for her party success. She does it way better than I've ever done it and ever will, but she has just a really good system in place. So when you guys are listening to her tips, I want you to pay attention to the fact that everything she does is it's not on accident. She does not just leave it to chance. She does not just let it happen. She works for these sales and she works for these parties, and her numbers are her reward. She has grown a massive team because of the hostesses that she's gotten tons of good, free and half price items for. And I think also her hostesses are seeing the success she's having with their parties. And so they think, well, I can do that too. And so Gina's really on fire. She's pushing for executive right now. She's doing really big things. And before I turn it over to Gina, I just want to say one more thing about parties. You guys, parties are the key to your business. I've watched, and Monica's watched since we've started, people in this business that get really big sales without having parties. Maybe they have a huge network of people who just order, or I don't know, other ways. But if they do not have regular parties, their business takes it just doesn't continue growing, because our best reps come from parties. Our best reps are people who just love the clothes and know other people who would love the clothes. So having regular parties is the key to everything in this business: recruiting, growing a team, and hitting those promos and having regular sales. So make sure that you are booking regular parties. We recommend one event a week if you're looking to grow a business and hit those promos. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking, and Gina, I'll let you take it away. You've got 16 minutes before the corporate call. Hope that's enough time.
Should be plenty.
Okay.
Katie said 20 minutes. I said, I don't know if I have 20 minutes planned, maybe 10 minutes. But I should have known, reaching out to Katie yesterday, the day before a team call, that I was going to set myself up for something. I was trying to share my excitement with her about an awesome party that I just kicked off the new year with. And sure enough, she asked if I would speak on this call, which is fine. Public speaking is just not my favorite thing to do, but I'm learning to get uncomfortable because it is moving my business forward and has helped so much. So anyways, thank you so much for inviting me to do this talk. I do want to welcome my new rep, Amy, who is on this call tonight. She did sign on 2 hours before we started this call, and she is my host that hit the $2,000 party just this morning. So welcome to Amy. She is a teacher that I work with at my district. So she's on this call, and I told her, let's get that kit on and you can join our call tonight. So congrats to Amy. So anyways, okay. So Katie said I did do a call in October. It was actually, I looked it up, October 9th. So it was about sales and recruiting, but I will copy the link and put it on the recording once Katie has that up, so you guys can go back to that. But I kind of talked about sales, recruiting, and then some of my party tips were sprinkled in there, but I'm going to just kind of touch on my party tips. So I kind of did 5 main tips. And the first one that I think is so huge is just host coaching. So I used the image that Carly Brown had given us. She did a call, I don't remember when it was, maybe end of September or something, but I will also post that image once this recording is up. But I always pass that along to my hosts about how they can be a good host. So I just kind of chat with them about what rewards level they are shooting to get for, so that I can help them achieve that. So I talk about personally inviting their guests to their show rather than just automatically adding them to the group, because a personal reach out is just so much more meaningful than just being added to a group. So I actually give them some verbiage of what they can say to their guests to invite them to the party. And then I also give them a sample post that they can put on their Facebook page. So then I will go to their Facebook page and check to see if they did their homework. And I will post the group and the shopping link in the comments section of their post. And it's fun to see how many people are requesting to be in the group. So I will like all of those comments, and then I will post my links in there. I always encourage them to try to have at least 20 to 30 people that they invite, because not everybody is going to order. But honestly, I've had, I think, 3 $2,000 parties, and all 3 of those people have signed because it just makes sense. They're going to get $300 off their starter kit. So those particular parties had like close to 50 people. So it can sometimes get overwhelming with a lot of people, but I mean, shooting for at least 30 people, I think, is helpful because, like I said, everyone is not going to order. So if they own any Zaya, I ask them to share photos of themselves in it and just kind of talk about what they love about it and maybe what they own, just because party guests are going to relate to them best as opposed to my photos, just because they don't know me. So that's my first tip, is host coaching. Second tip is offering specials. So I've played with different party formats, and I find the best is just doing a Facebook group as opposed to an event, because I just don't like being cut off, because I have people sometimes that will get added later. It's easier for me to tag them because I'm not always friends with people in the group. So for me personally, Facebook groups just run smoother. So I typically run them for 5 days. I will extend if need be. It just kind of depends on, what the host needs. If she's getting close to her goal, we will extend it. But I always make sure that they fall over a new release day so that party guests can see that. I will typically start posting just some basic info about Zaya and start to introduce our line before we kick off the live show. So I do have them choose a date and like a time. We usually do the evening, like 8:30, when everyone has their kids to bed. And it runs just for like 45, 60 minutes, but I kind of kick it off with a live video, just telling them how the show is going to go, talking a little bit more about Zaya, a little bit about the rep opportunity. And then I actually used the 2 videos that Monica had posted in our group. Now I have a big enough stash that I probably could do my own videos, but I still think, why reinvent the wheel? So I use hers that kind of goes through our line. It's about 30 minutes, but I always tell them it's super helpful for sizing and selections, and people often enjoy watching that and find it super helpful. If they watch it and they comment, I will give them entries towards a gift card drawing that I do towards the end. And then I also share the video that she did for how you dress up your Zaya. And then I also give them gift card entries if they post what their favorite outfit was that she wore. So I find, doing more posts that are going to engage the guests is super helpful. So the night of the party, or actually I should back up 1 second here. So the few days before the party, I offer anybody that is the first order, they're going to get 10% off their entire order. So whoever places the first order gets that special. And then anybody that orders prior to the party or up until midnight the day of the show gets $10 off of their order. So that's helpful to kind of get people to get their orders in and not kind of drag their feet. And then during the live show, so it's motivating for them to be on, to listen and see the videos and participate in the games, I offer them to go into a drawing to win 20% off one item. So after I do the show, I hop on live again 45 to 60 minutes later. I use, I don't know, my daughter introduced it to me. It's like a random name picker on ABC. It's like a spinner. So I put everyone's name in there and then I choose the winner with that. And we just play different games. Like, I think one was hilarious. I asked them to tell me how they knew the host, but tell a lie. So they're just funny and they're so interactive and gets everyone kind of laughing and engaging, and they're just funny stories, and some of them do have some truth to it and they just embellish it a little more. So it's kind of funny to hear some of these stories and learn something about the host that I never knew. And then another thing that I like to do is I'll do a drawing for those people that join my VIP group. So that's one of my posts, is I put the link to my VIP group and I say whoever joins my group tonight will go into a drawing for, you know, whatever, more gift card entries or some type of special or discount. And then after the live show ends, like couple days after, where I'm still kind of showing, I don't know, maybe some of the outfits that I've done or just some funny memes or something, I keep it open, like I said, a few more days after. Those people, I will offer free shipping if their order is $125 or more. And then when we get to the very end, like for Amy, she needed just a push to get a couple more orders. I offered free shipping on that last day to anyone who ordered, and that helped get her those last couple orders that she needed. So that's my tip 2. Offer specials. Third, this is just simple, tag people. So anything that's an important post, I always tag people so they get the notification, like, you know, if I'm doing some kind of giveaway or offer, I tag them. If it's getting towards the end of the party, like it's the last day to shop, or I always update them when we're getting close. Like if she hit level 2, I'll say, Amy hit level 2. She's on her way to level 3. She needs, you know, such and such more orders. I kind of guesstimate average orders around 100. So I sometimes don't say amount unless it's getting really close. I'll just say she needs 2 to 3 more orders, which could be $200 to $300. But it typically helps get people to kind of engage some more. And then my 4th tip is just thanking people. It's a little bit more work, but I do put together a collage of photos with Pic Collage, including images that the people purchased. And I just think it helps sometimes lead to more interaction amongst the guests or the host, because people will say, oh, I didn't see those leggings, you know, I'm interested in that, or I like that top or bra or whatnot. I'll have so many people order like the same bra because such and such ordered it. So I find that very important, is just thanking the guests. And then my 5th tip is just reach outs. So when we're getting close towards the end of the party, depending on where totals are, I will personally reach out to some people that might have been engaging in the post but haven't actually ordered yet, or I'll have the host check in with them. So sometimes those people might have just gotten busy, or they forgot that it was closing or whatever, and they're like, oh, let me put my order in. And so they do. Or if they're saying, you know what, I'm just not able to order right now. Like we had a few people who, you know, were strapped because of the holidays, which makes sense. So then I will offer the host opportunity so that they can get some free and half-priced items. So that helps me book some future shows. Anyone that places like large orders, I will reach out to them personally and just kind of tell them about the rep opportunity. Like, hey, you could be getting a, you know, 25% discount on this product, or ask them if they want to host their own show to get some more free stuff. And then at the end, typically when the host reaches level 2 or 3, I will share like a Pic Collage of what they earned, and just to kind of show off that, you know, how much stuff they got for whatever amount that they paid, like retail versus what they paid. And that's very enticing to some people to want to book a show so they could get some freebies themselves. So I think that's, you know, my main party tips. I know I have just a couple minutes left here. The other thing I want to say is I'm not afraid anymore to just flat out ask people if they want to host a party for me. It used to be scary to me. I didn't want to put myself out there. And honestly, I just don't care anymore. I mean, just offer the opportunity, and the worst they could say is no. So I just try to book as many as I can. I start booking a few weeks before the end of the month, so that my calendar is almost full leading into the month. Sometimes I'll offer some bonuses. Like if someone books in a party, you know, I'll say, if you book before the end of the show, I'll give you, I don't know, a $15 gift card or a free tank or something. So yeah, I think that's really about it. But I will post that image just in case people did not see it from Carly. And I will also copy my link from my video I did in October. But I think that's really about it. I kind of went super fast, so hopefully you guys were able to catch what I said. So is that good,
It's
Katie?
so good. Yeah, it's so good, Gina. You can see why you're so successful at this, because you're just doing all the right things. I love your system. I love all the work you're doing on the back end. I'm a pretty lazy party host, to be honest, and you inspire me to not be so lazy at it. Does anybody have any questions? We've got just a few minutes before the corporate call. Oh, there's a few. Gina, what is in your show?
What do you mean?
That's one of the questions. I think that's just her term for party. You just call it a show.
Yeah, show party.
So maybe what do you do during that? What do you
during
go
the
over?
hour?
Yeah, what do you go over?
So I kind of said I do a kickoff, like a live video initially, just kind of talking about in the party, even leading up to it. I'll do a post about, this is another important thing. I always do a picture of myself in my Zaya. Typically it's the one where I dress my Zaya up and just kind of say that everything I'm wearing is Zaya. I just kind of give a background on myself and how I found the company and got into it. And so I'll kind of do a quick intro on that in my video. Just talk a little bit about background on Zaya, how it's a baby company, how amazing the opportunity is. And then later I will do a rep opportunity video before we totally close the party. But the night of the live show, it's mostly, like I said, Monica's video, both videos where she does the intro of the line and the dressing up your Zaya. I sprinkle in some games. I love to show the ones about, can your leggings do this, where it shows the images of the instant tummy tuck and hiding the cellulite and comparing it to Lululemon.
So it's not another live. It's just a series of posts. That's the show.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah. So I just do my live show at the beginning. I do Monica's 2 videos, and then I post kind of set that up. And then I go live at the end, pull some of my drawings. But really, yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay, awesome. And then let's see, Rachel said, do you friend people in your party? I send reach out messages, but when we're not friends, they don't see them.
So I comment in the actual party itself. So I'll go to my post where I always have a post too before the party starts about, I think it was one from Carly's thing too. Tell me about you. Are you a Zaya newbie? What kind of clothing do you like leggings, tanks, t-shirts? And then the third question is, what type of workouts do you do? So I always get a lot of comments on that because I give them gift card entries for that. So I'll go back to that post and I'll, see who hasn't ordered and, that they were commenting, and I will just, because I can tag them right then and there.
Oh, that's smart. That's really smart. And then somebody asked about the videos Monica's mentioning, and Monica just posted they're in Trello. So probably under parties. Also, you guys, we're working on a team website, so it's going to be easier to find stuff. So in the next few months, we'll have a better solution for that, but yes. Okay, and in Trello, look under parties. If you can't find them easily, we'll try to post them under this video posting. Okay, you guys. Thank you, Gina. That was amazing. Thank you so much. You guys, let's hop off this and hop on to the next one, and I'll post this recording ASAP. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.